Breaking overnight, President Obama vows to retaliate against Russia for interfering with our election.
We need to take action, and we will.
Now, U.S. officials tell ABC News Putin is a target of the FBI's investigation. President-elect Trump slams the White House as Hillary Clinton speaks out, saying Putin had a grudge against her.
And winter whiteout. Life-threatening cold and snow for more than 100 million. This truck sliding on ice, slamming into a bus. And a nearly 60-car pileup shutting down this interstate in Pennsylvania. The Northeast slammed with 2 feet of snow, and now more is on the way. 38 states facing alerts right now. An ABC News exclusive. 20 years after JonBenet Ramsey's murder, a grand juror speaking out for the first time about the secret evidence and who he believes was involved.
Do you feel you know who killed JonBenet Ramsey?
Only on GMA this morning.
In just 9 days till Christmas, a holiday decorating danger. The new warning from the government about those popular laser lights taking over homes across the country.
Live in Times Square, this is GMA with Robin Roberts, George Stephanopoulos, and Michael Strahan.
And we do say good morning, America, and we do have a busy Friday morning for you. That big chill spreading from California to Maine now.
It is cold out there, and Robin, and let's take a look at Rochester, Minnesota this morning as the new snowstorm moves in. And let's take a live look at Hamburg, New York. Definitely a wall of ice.
And it is cold out there. This morning, our team is standing by for all the latest on that. But first, that breaking news about Russian interference in our election. FBI now investigating Vladimir Putin. And as President Obama promises to retaliate for the cyber attack, the Russian president continues to deny he ordered it. Our chief investigative correspondent, Brian Ross, is here with the details. Good morning, Brian.
Well, good morning, George. President Obama is now vowing retaliation against the Russians for the cyber attacks during the presidential election, as the Kremlin demands that the U.S. put up or shut up, present any evidence it has that implicates them. President Obama this morning says he confronted Vladimir Putin about the hacking during the global summit in China this past September. And the president told NPR Radio the U.S. is now prepared to retaliate.
I think there is no doubt that when any foreign government tries to impact the integrity of our elections, that we need to take action, and we will, at a time and place of our own choosing. Some of it may be explicit and publicized, some of it may not be. But Mr. Putin is well aware of my feelings about this because I spoke to him directly about it.
Putin in Japan this morning did not address the issue, but U.S. officials say they now have solid evidence that Putin personally ordered and directed the brazen cyber attack.
That's not something they say lightly. That's something they say when they do have a smoking gun.
And now officials say the one-time KGB colonel and master spy will actually be one of the targets of the FBI investigation into the hacking.
Regardless of who's responsible, what we need to show is that there's no free pass and that we can hold people accountable.
From his skyscraper office in New York, President-elect Trump has continued to defend Russia and Putin, as he did during and since the campaign.
Could also be lots of other people. It also could be somebody sitting on their bed that weighs 400 pounds.
But even fellow Republicans are now warning the Russian hacking could jeopardize the confirmation of Trump's choice to be Secretary of State, Exxon CEO Rex Tillerson, who has been an unabashed admirer of Vladimir Putin. Trump still has not acknowledged the Russians are behind the hacking, but in a tweet message just this morning, he said, "Are we talking about the same cyber attack where it was revealed that the head of the DNC illegally gave Hillary the question to the debate, George?"
And Brian, for the first time since the election, we're hearing from Hillary Clinton about this as well, about Putin.
That's right. She spoke overnight to donors here in New York City at the Plaza Hotel, saying she believes that Putin had a grudge against her because of comments she made about Russian parliamentary elections when she was Secretary of State. Although we also know the Russians targeted both Democrats and Republicans. They were just more successful with the Democrats.
And we'll be hearing more from President Obama this afternoon at that
Yes,
press conference,
right.
2:15.
But George, now to the latest on the Trump transition overnight. President-elect Trump taking his thank you tour to Pennsylvania, where he called out the White House on its response to those Russian hacking allegations. ABC's Mary Bruce joins us now from the White House with more. Good morning, Mary.
Good morning. Well, Robin, for weeks they've been cooperating, but now President-elect Trump is taking aim directly at the White House, and it's getting kind of ugly. The reason for the feud, those allegations that Russia may have helped Trump win the election. Overnight, President-elect Trump back on the road and going after White House spokesman Josh Earnest. Trump speaking to supporters in Hershey, Pennsylvania, tearing into Earnest over his comments on Russia's alleged interference in the election, benefiting Trump's campaign.
But Mr. Trump obviously knew that Russia was engaged in malicious cyber activity that was helping him and hurting Secretary Clinton's campaign.
A comment that's not sitting well with the president-elect, who doubts U.S. intelligence that Russia was involved.
Although this foolish guy, Josh Earnest, I don't know if he's talking to President Obama. You know, having the right press secretary is so important because he is so bad the way he delivers a message.
Hillary Clinton, meanwhile, also on a thank you tour of sorts, hosting the likes of designer Vera Wang, Vogue editor Anna Wintour, and film producer Harvey Weinstein at that party at the Plaza Hotel. Attendees telling ABC News Clinton said she was proud to have stood up to Russian President Vladimir Putin as Secretary of State. Now, Clinton's campaign chairman John Podesta is out with a scathing op-ed in the Washington Post this morning, taking aim at the FBI, saying the agency is deeply broken. He wants President Obama to declassify that intelligence on whether Russia tried to sway the election for Trump. Robin?
All right, Mary, thanks very much. Looks a little bit cold there in D.C.
A little bit cold everywhere. Yeah. More than 100 million people, Robin, are facing winter weather alerts. And let's get right to Ginger and Ginger. Those alerts spread from California to Maine.
38 states are involved in this, Michael. And just to give you some perspective, the Chicago Bears play on Sunday. Could be their coldest game ever at home. That's going to be cold. But we go ahead and start in a very cold place this morning, just south of Buffalo, New York, where winter weather advisories are popping up for the next storm. Our Gio Benitez is right there.
Ginger, good morning to you. Look at this. I'm standing on a sheet of ice. This is what some of the roads were like. That's why they had to shut these down. It's just too dangerous. And just check this out. A wall of icicles. It is just that cold here and across the country. Overnight, icy roads and blinding snow creating hazardous driving conditions as bone-chilling temperatures sweep across this country.
Bit nippy out here.
Okay. It's so cold here.
Winter weather alerts posted coast to coast in 38 states. In Oregon, everything coated in layers of ice, from trees to outdoor lights to the roads. In western Pennsylvania, nearly 60 vehicles crashing into each other, shutting down part of this interstate. The winter weather is making driving nearly impossible.
My car wasn't going to make it. I don't have a lot of tread on my tires.
Dozens just giving up altogether, abandoning their car.
It was just a little too slick, too dangerous. Went ahead and pulled off and just walked up the hill.
But even walking in this bitter cold is difficult.
The wind is killing me right now. That's probably the worst part about it.
In the Northeast, wind gusts reaching close to 70 miles per hour, making it feel much colder than it actually is.
I'm afraid that I'll break into pieces from the cold.
And it's really no surprise that all of the water from this lake is just freezing up like this. The wind chill right now, Ginger, 0 degrees here.
0. That does not feel good. And it's not even safe to be out there for long periods of time, so we don't want you to do that. We also want to warn you about this, because a lot of folks are hitting the roads, starting to get into the airplanes to make holiday travel. Well, that low is already producing snow in parts of the northern plains. Look at this as it moves through. You could see up to 10 inches, maybe Madison, Wisconsin there. 6+ in parts of Michigan. This is going to affect you tonight through tomorrow morning. I focused in on the Northeast here because a lot of airports will be very busy tonight into tomorrow, and this is going to be mostly tomorrow. Looks like 1 to 3 inches New York City, back up into the higher elevations in New England. You could see more than a ½ foot. And then this is what I was talking about for that Bears game. Check that out. Yes. Sunday morning, the wind chill there, 23 below. Look at Minneapolis. Nearly 50 below for the wind chill. Michael's just shaking his head. He's saying,
no, you know, in Green Bay, we
Bay.
did a minus 20-something. Never again.
Never.
If I could have walked in and said, just play this one without me, I would have. It's cold.
Well, they're going to do it in Chicago on Sunday.
That has a great name, Frozen Tundra.
Well, it's funny to me. They say when the weather gets that bad, Ginger, what do they say? Stay inside.
Stay inside.
Take your animals in. Football players, they say, go out. Give us a game. Wow, that's cold.
This one hit home for you.
Memories.
Okay, we're going to move on now. Serious story. The latest now on Dylan Roof, convicted yesterday on 33 charges for murdering 9 people in an African-American church. Roof could now face the death penalty, and Steve Osunsami has been covering the trial in Charleston, South Carolina. Good morning, Steve.
Good morning to you, George. This morning, Dylan Roof is a convicted murderer, and the headline in the local paper is one that many families here wanted to see. Justice was delivered. He now heads to the sentencing phase of this trial, which begins in this courthouse behind me in January. Hate was on trial, and it lost. Guilty 33 times. 22-year-old Dylan Roof will pay for the 9 lives he stole in the basement of this historic black church. Felicia Sanders escaped with her life, but watched Roof execute her aunt and son. She says she's upset Roof wouldn't even look at her on the witness stand.
That goes to show you how cold and callous he is. You slaughtered 9 people, and you sit there and don't even look.
Prosecutors told jurors that his hate for black people was overwhelming. In this FBI confession, they say he laughed 9 times.
What gun did you use? A Glock 45.
The government showed jurors this video Roof recorded himself, practicing with the same gun he used at the church. Look closely at the phone book. They say that's how he shot his victims, standing over them and shooting till they died. We first met Reverend Sharon Risher after the killings. Ethel Lance was her mother, murdered in cold blood. She tells us this morning that even if Roof doesn't get the death penalty, he'll have to answer to 9 angels.
If not, then he will spend the rest of his life with those 9 angels coming to him every night, talking about Jesus. That's right.
One of those family members told us it took everything in his power not to leap across the courtroom and put his hands on Roof. Roof has decided to represent himself in the next phase of this trial. The judge, however, is giving him until January 3rd to change his mind. George.
Oh, man. Okay, Steve, thanks very much. Now let's go to Amy with today's other top story, starting with that standoff in Seattle.
That's right. It was a tense scene overnight in Mount Vernon, Washington, just north of Seattle, where a police officer was shot in the head while responding to a domestic disturbance. The suspect barricaded himself in the home. That standoff lasted 7 hours until police fired gas canisters to take him into custody. The officer who was shot is in serious but stable condition. Also new overnight, an explosion destroying a home near Chicago. A man and his daughter suffered serious burns. Utility workers were going door to door at the time, evacuating people because of a reported gas leak. And overseas, the evacuation of civilians from eastern Aleppo has been suspended. Syrian state TV claims rebel fighters shattered a ceasefire deal by attacking a convoy. An estimated 8,000 people are trapped in Aleppo following this week's takeover by Syrian forces aligned with Russia. Russian officials are now claiming that all women and children have been evacuated, but the activists there on the ground dispute that and worry more fighting is about to begin. Well, authorities in 20 states are suing several drug makers, claiming they manipulated the price of 2 popular generic drugs. The drug companies, including Mylan and Teva Pharmaceuticals, are accused of scheming to fix prices on a diabetes medication and an antibiotic. They deny those allegations. And parts of Corpus Christi, Texas, are being allowed to resume using their tap water after the city's water supply was contaminated by a chemical found from an asphalt company. Still, most residents are being warned not to use the water for any purpose until further notice. Even boiling it will not make it safe, so you got to go with the bottled water there. And an up-close view this morning of a rocket launch by NASA from the underside of a plane over the Atlantic. The rocket was carrying 8 mini satellites that will circle the Earth to measure surface winds at the center of hurricanes. And football players at the University of Minnesota are threatening to boycott their upcoming bowl game. They are protesting the school's indefinite suspension of 10 of their teammates accused in a case of alleged sexual assault. No criminal evidence was found and no charges were ever filed. And finally, Tom Brady has launched a scavenger hunt for his slippers. The Patriots quarterback has hidden 3 pairs of his Uggs around Boston. He's giving clues. Oh, I was about to go there. He said they might smell. That might get you to find them. He's also putting some clues on social media. And at least he autographed the used slippers there. And of course, Brady has been a spokesperson for Uggs. One fan, though, get this. In the quest to find his used Uggs, a fan has already been injured. Apparently, they lost a tooth trying to find them. I don't know the story behind it.
He deserves a new pair.
But a tooth was lost.
He needs a new pair. If he went through all that, not a used pair.
Agreed.
All right, guys. We're going to celebrate because he would want us to do that. We are celebrating the life of a sports broadcasting legend who was recently inducted into the Sports Broadcasting Hall of Fame. This was just on Tuesday. My dear friend, Craig Sager. He died after a very brave battle with leukemia. He will be remembered for his sports knowledge, his good humor, and as you can see, for that style of his.
Jason Powell for the Clippers, at least for tonight. The Indianapolis 500.
Craig Sager called himself a kid from Illinois who grew up on the Chicago Cubs and made sports his life's work. And the legendary sports broadcaster spent over 40 years making that work shine.
I thought you were the good humor ice cream man.
It's a nice suit you got on there. You take this and you burn it.
He was just as vibrant as those Technicolor suits he loved to wear. Sager didn't let a 2014 leukemia diagnosis dampen his spirit. His huge presence missed on the sidelines while he fought the disease.
Craig, we miss you.
But Sager returned.
This is the first time I've enjoyed doing this ridiculous interview we're required to do, and it's because you're here.
And after 26 NBA seasons, he finally worked his very first NBA Finals game this past June.
How in the hell you go 30-plus years without getting a finals game? That don't make no sense. But I'm happy to see you, man.
Just weeks after that, he was honored with the Jimmy V Award for Perseverance at the ESPYs.
If I've learned anything through all of this, it's that each and every day is a canvas waiting to be painted.
Overnight, an outpouring of memories from across the sports community. Players past and present, from LeBron James to Kobe Bryant, and his TNT colleagues.
We lost a brother and a friend. There'll never be another Craig Sager.
One of the most touching tributes from his son, Craig Jr., tweeting, "We packed a lifetime and then some into these 28 years together." Sager reminding us to always live a brilliant life, one full of color, that's sometimes dotted with floral prints and plaid. Sager strong.
I will live my life full of love and full of fun. It's the only way I know how.
And he did just that. He didn't wait to be diagnosed to embrace life. And the wonderful tributes, he was loved by everyone, even the players.
Absolutely.
And did you see at the Milwaukee Bucks what they did? This is a tribute to him, to Craig last night. So, and he was supposed to be there Tuesday with all of us going into the Hall of Fame. And we were told that he was watching us, and we hope he was, because as Amy knows, she was there. It was just filled with love and support for him.
It was beautiful. And what an inspiration, just hearing his story and how he lived.
Yeah. And Michael, you pointed out how that swap for him to work the finals.
With the network, they worked out the swap so he can work his first NBA Finals. And you could see the love from the players with him, and even the fans looked for him at the game. He was as popular and as wanted at these games as the players were.
He was hard to miss.
That was a great tribute to him.
And we're thinking of his wife and his 5 beautiful children. Yeah.
Okay, now let's go back to Jenny. You got some more snow in the Northeast?
Yeah, and so I wanted to time it out because we want everybody to be safe as they make their travels. My parents are trying to come from Michigan. I said, you got to get out sooner because look at this. This is tonight, 9 p.m. It's made its way into Chicago and West Michigan. Look at some of the roads that will be impacted as you go through Saturday. Very early morning, it starts to snow along the coast. And then the snow will change to rain, and that's what I wanted to quickly show you, is that even if you get 1 to 3 inches, it'll rain on top of it in a lot of places. Your local weather in just 30 seconds. First, though, the weekend getaways brought to you by Petco.
Thanks, Mom and Dad. But what about old Archie? Didn't Santa bring him anything?
Of course he did. Santa brought him that pogo stick.
Come on, Archie.
Poor old guy.
I'll get him something really special at Petco. That'll cheer him up.
Add some extra joy to the holidays. Come in today and save $5 on your next in-store purchase. Petco.
Today's going to be another cold one, and as we move into the day tomorrow, under the freezing mark with a new system moving in, winter weather advisory in and around D.C. through tomorrow morning. Really starts after midnight. Areas further north could see a little bit of light snow accumulation, less than an inch. Today, cold, 29, less windy, so maybe not quite the bite that we had yesterday. Take a look at the extended forecast. Mainly rain coming up this weekend. Sunday during the afternoon hours, and then icy conditions going into Monday with Christmas Day now, highs in the low 60s.
How in the break we're still talking about Craig in those outfits.